Hey all, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 3. Well, this was a bit of a surprise to me. Like, I expected Hercules to come back. I knew Tangled was there, but I thought we were done with Pirates. I thought Jack sailing the Black Pearl into the horizon was the end of the franchise in Kingdom Hearts. But to my surprise, not only did it come back and combine Dead Man's Chest with At World's End, it's actually pretty good. A little caveat there. It's good to me. I would say this is the second most divisive world in the game. You either kind of love it or hate it. I love it. Helldragon usually have divisive opinions. How do you feel?
Well, first off, I want to mention this song here at the moment. When I got to this point, I'm like, oh god, it's that song from Monkey Island where they wouldn't sail because they kept singing "A Pirate I Was Meant to Be," and you had to make them like try to rhyme orange, and that's what they'd stop. That's what that reminded me of. But I did mention that I'm not a big fan of this world, and I just want to be clear about something. It's not because I think it's bad. Like, it's not perfect. I do like some of the ideas they did for it. It's actually kind of the closest thing to an open world this game has, where you surf around the different islands, you go to stuff. As a result, though, I mean, again, it's your mileage. Did you really like The Wind Waker? Then this is your world. Did you not, like I did? Then you're not really going to get that far with it. So it's up and down for me.
Hold the fuck on, you didn't like Wind Waker?
Well, I mean, after a while, I kind of got bored with it. I know I was playing the remake version on the Wii U, and then it got to the Triforce Treasure Hunt, and I knew that part was, like, worse than the original. I'm sitting there going, I really don't want to do this. I just kind of stopped.
Fair dues, man. I love how Sora's still got his pirate legs, as it were. He's always wanted to be a pirate ever since, I guess, KH2, but he may have had that fancy in Kingdom Hearts 1. He's an islander, after all. He's at home on the sea, really.
What ails ya, Mr.
And also, I do have to mention, like with, the first our encounter, Pirates of the Caribbean, I have not seen these movies. From what I know, like you mentioned earlier, it sort of combines Dead Man's Chest with the third one, whatever the fuck it's called. And as a result, it really does feel like it is missing a world based on the second film. They have to explain a lot of shit. You're just like, who the fuck are these people? It's just, I mean, in motion, I mean, if you know the films, it's fine, but I don't. So in motion, it just kind of seemed a little jarring to me.
Yeah, I'll agree. The weakest part of this world is the pacing of the plot, the plotting, if you will. Sora and Co are dead now, so they just skipped to the end of their arc. It's kind of sad, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, Riku was always technically supposed to be the original Keyblade wielder anyway, so I guess we could just jump ship to him. He's way more capable at this point, let's be honest.
I don't know, he jobs a fair bit in KH3, but enough about that, we'll talk about Riku later. Did they lose the license from, like, Hans Zimmer or whatever? Because I swear they don't use the original, he's a pirate in the entirety of this world.
I wouldn't know. I mean, like I said, I'm super unfamiliar with the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. The last pirate game I played was the adaptation of Cutthroat Island for Sega Genesis, and that movie was trash, so you know how well the game turned out, right?
Yeah, true. I actually did cover Curse of Monkey Island with Flame during the Retrothon, so that was fun. The graphics in this world are gorgeous. Just the shading on like Dolmen Goofy alone helps everyone blend in so much better than they ever did during Kingdom Hearts 2. My god, that was Uncanny Valley to the nth degree.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I actually do think the shading does kind of help, because again, in Kingdom Hearts 2, they were just stuck out like a sore thumb, so the muted colors do help a lot.
So, this is basically how Dead Man's Chest goes. Jack pisses off the Kraken and Davy Jones, and Jack gets fucking eaten, and he winds up in Davy Jones' locker, which is where we are, essentially.
Why are they calling a desert a locker? I mean, I know they have to use the term, but it's very clearly a desert. There's no boxes in sight.
But if I had to think of a purgatory for a pirate, a person of the sea, a fucking desert with no water to sail on would be that kind of purgatory.
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't matter, because as we're going to see in a moment, this ship can move absolutely fine. Okay, well, to be fair, there are a little bunch of crabs kind of doing it, so I guess it's cheating.
Oh lord, he coming!
Oh, fuck, man, Jack is booking.
There, Sora.
Yeah, he don't give a shit. He's just like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen each other in God knows how long, for years, so, but fuck it, we'll just meet up again, I guess.
There is a great strat coming up here, because we have to actually chase after the ship and catch it. Did you do this during your first run?
I'm not sure what strat you're talking about. I legit just ran for the ship until I won, so I don't know if there's anything special about it.
Well, if you're used to 0.2, there is actually an achievement for doing this for a certain length of time, but I'm gonna make use of Blizzard here. Watch this shit. See ya!
Holy shit, that's great! I kinda wish I knew about this.
Yeah.
Who's shooting at us?
Ceasefire! Ceasefire!
Just great. I have a cheeky sword.
Wait, is this the only time you can do this? Because I could have sworn, all the other times you're using Blizzard, you had no ability to ride on the ice like that.
If you shoot it like straight, you can ride on it. I've seen clips of users doing it in Toy Box, but here is just like the best location in the game by far to use the Blizzard rail, in my opinion.
Man, I kind of wish I knew about that, so I would have used it more often. That's pretty neat. These guys are kind of annoying. I tried to do my best to try to make sure I could like block their attacks coming in. But they attack like really fast, and I don't know if we talked about this yet, but as you know, since we last spoke, Critical Mode has come out. And I got stuck in the third fight of the game, and I died about 20 times, and then I gave up, because the attacks come in so crazy fast. You just have to have like, precognition with that shit.
Yeah, like in between Arendelle and us going on break to do this one, a lot of KH news came out, which is kind of annoying, really. Like Hell Dragon said, crit mode is out. I'm probably going to play that for your old stream whenever Spar and I get a chance. We're doing Tony Hawk's American Wasteland first, whenever that is. But there's also 3 DLC episodes coming out. I cannot name them off the top of my head. Will we be covering those?
It depends. It's gonna have to cover probably some boss content for me to want to do that, because you have to understand my huge reluctance to buy New Kingdom Hearts DLC just to experience it. I mean, I get shit talk over it fine, but it's gonna have to do something amazing to get me to stand up and pay attention, you know?
What would be amazing for you? A Sephiroth fight?
Yes, actually, you know what? Give me a Sephiroth fight. Never gonna happen, but Garland would be great. More Final Fantasy shit. Yeah, no, that'd be pretty good. I know, of course, they're going to explain some stuff that should have been explained in the main game, but that's neither here nor there, so we'll see.
Look how pretty he is in this world!
That is pretty good. Like, and I've mentioned this before, there are some cutscenes in this world where I'm sitting there, I do a double take. I'm like, this is the game, right? Because the rendering on how they match some of the characters, and especially some bits from the movie in these cutscenes, is so spot on. I mean, I actually went back and I watched a clip from the film that matches what happens in like a cutscene later on, and obviously, of course, the live action version you can tell at this point, but the rendering on PS4 is so good that I'm just sitting there going, that's computer graphics, right?
I would say the worst part is the mouths look a bit janky sometimes, but compared to like the PS2 game, it's like night and day. They've almost perfected this tech at this point.
And another great thing about this world is that they could basically get in their Assassin's Creed reference too, you know, with like Black Flag. It's pretty close.
There's also that random pirate, like ship-to-ship combat game, Skull and Crossbones or something like that. I kind of feel sorry. I'm not even like sure if it's out yet, but I think KH3 kind of like ate its dinner, so to speak.
Yeah, there's been a few pirate games, actually. I think a lot of them are terrible from what I heard. like I think Rare made one. I can't remember the name of it, but it's awful, apparently. And then there was another one Angry Joe took a look at. Just apparently nobody can make pirate games anymore? I don't know.
What you gotta do? I am looking up Jack Sparrow's voice actor here. He's no longer voiced by James Arnold Taylor. Why not just Control F, Tom? There we go. Jared Butler is now the voice of Jack Sparrow. Much closer to Johnny Depp. He's got all his mannerisms down. Which is not to say I didn't enjoy James Arnold Taylor's version. I actually thought it was pretty good, but this one has the gruffer accent that really helps sell him as a copy of Depp's performance.
It's lovely to see
And of
you.
course, you know, you're just coming in here. You're in the middle of the third movie at this point, and everybody's like, well, okay, we gotta fill Sora in. Because I'm sitting there, I'm sharing Sora's perspective. I'm like, what in the literal hell is going on right now? Who are you? What are you doing? Things like that.
We have Crispin Freeman as Will Turner, and as Elizabeth Eliza Schneider. Elizabeth's VA God bless her, she's trying her best, but it's just not that great. Crispin Freeman always does a good job, though.
But Crispin Freeman shines in practically everything he does. I kind of wish, actually... Now, DC Douglas is Kira in the dub of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamonds Unbreakable, but I would have loved Crispin Freeman, personally. I think it would have been great.
Barbosa is back, obviously. That was actually the stinger for Dead Man's Chest that he was back. He's voiced by Brian George in this. Do you know who that is, mate?
I do not.
Well, let me scroll down a few things here. He is Hector Barbosa in KH3, obviously. Let's see. Fuck it. He's Mr. Frowny from Steven Universe.
Oh, it took me a little bit. I'm trying to reconnect here. I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah, because he's British Indian, so he can do, like, a Brit voice if he needs to. He was also Guru Patik in Avatar The Last Airbender, who teaches Aang about the chakras and whatnot.
Ooh, that flew over my head.
No worries, mate. I'll get you to watch that one of these fucking days.
I'm in the mood.
Oh, I love Jack. He's a bit of a cunt, honestly, but he's a cunt with the actual warm and depth you'd expect from one.
See, maybe they should have made a wiki for the Pirates of the Caribbean world so I could read it before I went into this one.
No, I want a Pirates of the Caribbean Mickey. Give me a Nendo of that one of these days.
How about you don't, and you say you did?
I'm doing those unboxing videos, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
That is unfortunately true. I mean, this guy made literally a Sonic tier list the other day. Because he may as well sell out completely at this point. I still think we should call the fans you know, that guttural noise that lets them know they're still alive.
Okay, I would have preferred Hellfire Comrades, but I ixnayed that stupid A, so let's try and get out of Purgatory. We need a proper, like, loving crew and whatnot. These guys are sort of on Jack's side, they'll have to do.
I mean, Donald is going to have to do 12 jobs at once, but that's fine. He is a sailor. He does know what he's doing.
He has canonically been and served in the Navy, so he'd be at home on a ship.
That's true, that's true. Didn't Donald achieve, like, a decently high rank in the Navy?
I'm pretty sure that's why he was gone in the original DuckTales cartoon, because he shipped out.
Well, no, that is correct. Yeah, he went out to sea, so Huey, Dewey, and Louie stayed with Uncle Scrooge.
Yeah, that's the one, mate. Ugh, fine. And they've got his, like, little tics, his facial tics and whatnot, which is pretty great.
It is really nice, again, that Kingdom Hearts 3 now has NPCs, so we can have a properly staffed pirate ship, because just driving around an empty ship in the second game was a little off.
It made sense for the story, but yeah, for this one, where there were, like, NPCs, for lack of a better word, it would feel weird without them, and doesn't the game and the cutscenes feel so much more alive with them there?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, now that it does feel a little bit more natural for the anime game, of course.
Alright, we got a bit of ship riding and ship shooting here. It's almost bordering on, like, arcade levels of simplicity, but for what it is, I find this very enjoyable, and like Helldragon said, it will open up greatly later.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, look, it steers as much as you expect a gigantic pirate ship to steer.
Yeah.
So, you've got to take that into consideration. I mean, as a result, I'm not the biggest fan of how it steers. Again, I understand it is a big pirate ship, but they do expect you to race and do combat in this thing. Kind of a crapshoot, but we'll get into that. Fortunately, it does have a helpful, like, lock-on kind of reticle that you can just aim their fuck-me lights and then just do a lot of damage that way.
They really are fuck-me lights. It's more like fuck-me miasma, really. Just ethereal balls that you must hit to destroy.
I mean, they are darkness, they're heartless. I mean, every heartless has a fuck-me light somewhere, right?
I don't know if they are heartless or not, but I guess if you zoomed in on the ship, you could see, like, shadows mopping the deck and whatnot.
Oh, I can't tell anymore.
Oh, poor Goofy. Just over here, pull on a course. If you say intercourse, I'm kicking you off the ship.
You can't read that, can you, Jack?
It's kind of touch and go as to whether Jack's literate, but here's Tia Dalma. She is voiced by, if you'll give me just 1 second. Oh no, I'm on Brian George's page, that won't do.
The guy Will mentioned? Who does he think he is?
Okay, Leslie L. Miller is Tia Dalma.
Truly.
So, with Tia here, I know they've been talking about this. She kind of brings up a plot point that they don't really resolve. They kind of go back to it later in this world a little bit, but she says something prophetic. Hopefully she'll say it in a minute, and they don't really go back to that and kind of flesh that out. I thought it was going to have something kind of tied in there to the end of the game, but it doesn't really. She just kind of is mysterious, and that's it.
For those of you who haven't actually watched the films, you will know this. Spoilers for those of you who don't, but it doesn't really have much bearing on the plot. She is the sea goddess Calypso in human form, and when you see the white crabs bopping about, that's mostly her work.
I see. And those crabs will actually come into play later on.
Yep, the Kraken's fucking dead at this point. Lord Cutler Beckett basically got the dead man's chest, and Davy Jones is now working for him, and he was like, oh, you must blow up your prized possession, and Davy Jones be like, oh, I don't want to, and Cutler Beckett is like, you must, and he's like, okay.
And Jack's free.
I've got a face made of tentacles and hentai. That's the least I could do.
It's funny, I just got back, well, a couple of hours ago, but I got back from seeing Detective Pikachu, where Bill Nighy is the fucking villain, so this is a bit of a trip.
Oh my god, really?
Yep.
Wow, that's timely, man.
And there's copious amounts of CGI on him in that one as well, so...
Most men, dim run for land at the mention of the Kraken.
Isn't that like a beer or a vodka known as Kraken? It kind of puts a different twist on our words.
I mean, no, if they made a Kraken vodka, I would give that a run. I mean, that sounds great.
Oh, do you drink?
I don't, but I can learn.
That is a very optimistic view of alcohol, and I appreciate that.
Legit, one time, I was trying to ask a girl out. It didn't go well, guys, just gonna give you a spoiler. But she asked me, do you drink? And I said, I can start. And she thought that was pretty funny, apparently.
Oh, there you go, mate, there you go. Big dick energy is what you need, or Donald energy, I suppose. So yeah, Davy Jones took out his heart and put it in the chest. There's a pretty funny joke, well, not really a joke, but a resolution to that whole arc at the end of this. So stay tuned for that.
Him heart.
Oh, I get it. Kingdom Hearts, Heartless. Okay, haha.
We've just been sailing for 50 goddamn years, and here's Luke's sword.
Man, you had to get the cheap cruise, and this is what you get.
Man, Vexen is looking especially evil in this world. It must be the lighting.
Vexen is like, man, this place stinks. How do you hang out here all the time?
Well, I'm sorry, but I like the pubs and whatnot. You know, they have a certain atmosphere. Good for card games.
Orders were to find the box and seize it.
Robert Atkindown's back as Luke's sword, by the way, as good as ever.
Runaway curiosity.
Always so short-sighted.
I mean, I love how Vexen, no matter what he's doing, like, even if he was good or evil, he is just shady as fuck. Like, in every interaction he has.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I love it, personally. Like, I think in this game, they really kind of amped it up so much that I actually kind of became a Vexen fan a little bit, just because he just is skivvy all the time, no matter what he's doing.
He's just entertaining, yeah, man, look at those paws. Holy shit.
Oh, no, that's a little too much power of the PS4. Alright, can you dial that back?
Oh, Luke's sword. He's not entirely, like, loyal to Xemnas now, but he doesn't really answer to Xemnas anymore, so...
I mean, they are co-workers. It is a little awkward. You know, when your organization gets bought out by a bigger organization, they have to reshuffle who's in charge. Ugh.
Yeah, and Sora just sends him, like, a congratulations card, like, hey, you are now an organized organization. Good job.
Hey, I don't belong to any organized party. I'm a Democrat.
So I cast my lot with Xemnas. With Xehanort, rather.
Yeah, gotta get those corrections in.
I legit don't know who the fuck's ruling anymore. I'm just here to do shit.
Is it Demix? No, it's not fucking Demix!
Ah, yes, Demix, our secret weapon.
Don't forget, he is the master of masters after all.
Or supposedly. I don't fucking... whatever.
That's all well and good. But I know this world better than you.
Callbacks, and this is why I like this world in this game, because it's a proper sequel, both in gameplay and story.
Considering those pests have shown up.
Vexen, your sleeves are like really long, dude.
Well, he's a man of science, not fashion, so...
Well, he needs... a scientist needs hands, okay? Come on.
No, he has a Heartless to do his bidding for him, or nobody's.
My boy.
Fair enough.
I'll be watching from the shadows then.
Alright, you slimy git. We'll see more of you in a later part, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.